Hello, I'm wbz-tv meteorologist Barry Burbank, and have your forecast for the rest of this Sunday and for the next several days in this big vacation week coming up. A little review of yesterday, because this was quite dramatic in northern New England. Perhaps you know some people up there, maybe you were up there yourself. But in any event, it was quite a bit of damage from lots of storms which pummeled the region from just north of the lakes region up through the mountains and into western Maine. This picture taken at Bridgeton, Maine on Route 302 up there, thanks to Ryan Breton. You can see the tree damage, roads were closed, roads were washed out, a lot of flooding in some campgrounds, a lot of damage around some campgrounds we heard of, and also flooded streams and rivers like the Pemigewasset. There was some moderate flooding going on there, so that's just a sample of what happened. Now, yesterday around noontime, we had some showers and storms going nearer just north of the lakes region, so that was just the beginning. Then we got into the afternoon, and this cell here over Sebago Lake, tornado warning went up there because there was evidence of rotation. And so there's going to be several spots where the National Weather Service is going to be doing a survey to see if any of this damage that was produced was indeed caused by a tornado. In any event, it was a record-breaking day in that the National Weather Service forecast office up in Gray, Maine, which has the territory of New Hampshire and into Maine, they issued 7 tornado warnings yesterday, and they've never issued that many in a whole season, let alone just one day. But they were able to see rotations in some of these individual cells, and so they had to go out and put out the tornado warnings. That's the problem nowadays. We have great technology with the radars. We can see rotations a lot better than we ever could before. The question is, some of these rotations are never going to come down to the ground, but tornado warnings are always the best way to go, and certainly 7 of them were issued yesterday. Now watch what happened during the afternoon as all this action started to really intensify across areas from near Waterville Valley and Campton, northeastward to Bethlehem and Conway and North Conway hard hit, and on up through the mountains and into western Maine. These areas were really pummeled by a lot of rain, causing road washouts and, as mentioned, flooding in some of the rivers and definitely all the streams. And you can imagine all that water coming off the mountains. It was really a rugged scene going on up there yesterday, and they got another final batch late last evening, so we don't have any individual rain reports. We have heard of rainfall amounts of 3 to 5 inches in some spots. If you're going to be traveling tomorrow for the big holiday, here's your Travelcast map across the nation for your Monday. A typical early July map, temperatures mostly in the mid-80s to mid-90s. A few exceptions. Chicago will be a little bit cooler for your Monday because of a little bit of a breeze coming in from the ocean. There are no organized storm systems, but there'll be areas of scattered showers and thunderstorms across the map, and some in the Ohio Valley, some in the deeper south. There might be a couple even in southern New England during Monday afternoon. So, but after that, the 4th of July looks fantastic. Fantastic 4th. 83 degrees. That's a perfect temperature, I think, with just a few puffy clouds in the sky in the afternoon. Splendid day with dry air, dew points in the 50s, low humidity, that means. Air temperatures at the coast in the afternoon with a sea breeze will be mostly in the 70s. The dew points are going to be going down. It's been very muggy the last couple of days, but they're going to be declining, and they'll be dropping this afternoon into the lower 60s and maybe even a few upper 50s by the end of the afternoon. These dew point temperatures are right around 2 o'clock each day, so around 2 o'clock tomorrow afternoon, about 58. 2 o'clock on Tuesday afternoon, July 4th, about 52, then up to 54 on Wednesday afternoon, and 61 by around 2 o'clock on Thursday afternoon, then it gets muggier after that. Nudging 90 today. In fact, I think there's a pretty good shot, a real good shot, that Boston will hit 90 for the 8th time this season. It'll probably hit 90 around just close to 4 o'clock, 3:30, 4 o'clock in Boston this afternoon, and it'll get be a little bit cooler on the New England south coast, upper 70s and lower 80s there, extending over most of Cape Cod. 74 will be the cool spot at Nantucket. And your highs across the nation on this Sunday, July 2nd, will be typical for July 2nd highs, upper 80s and lower 90s, except, of course, hotter spots in the desert southwest. Just some weak summery fronts going through. This one is going to introduce the dry area this afternoon. This one will come along and maybe trigger a couple of scattered showers or thunderstorms during tomorrow afternoon. So we go through the afternoon and we see, for the most part, generally sunny weather, just a few clouds developing here and there. Overnight tonight, a few clouds may pass overhead. And during tomorrow, the next week disturbance comes in, so the moisture will tend to pool across southern New England, south of the Mass Pike, and over Connecticut, Rhode Island, and southeastern Massachusetts. And a couple of showers can't be ruled out even on the Cape during tomorrow afternoon. But if they do occur, they'll be long gone. They should not interfere with any fireworks displays at communities down in extreme southern New England tomorrow night. It'll be absolutely fantastic in most other locations, and that would include, of course, Tuesday evening's big event here in Boston on the Esplanade with all the fireworks and the concert going on. It looks like Tuesday will be nice and sunny with just a few afternoon scattered fair weather clouds. It looks looking beautiful. Beach and boating for today. We have a high tide coming up next at 7:19 this evening, and a low tide early this afternoon. East coastal beaches will be hot, around 90 degrees. South-facing beaches will be closer to 80 because of more southwest wind on the south coast. And water temperatures 59 to 66. Cape and the Islands looks really nice in the next few days. It's getting sunnier down there for today, and it's going to be drying out late today. Rather humid all day in the Cape. And then tomorrow there's just that chance of a shower or thunderstorm in the afternoon, but Tuesday and Wednesday will be beautiful days. So overall it's looking pretty nice. 60s to near 70 for lows tonight, cooler tonight, and less humid, so more comfortable for sleeping. High temperatures tomorrow will be generally in the upper 80s, so not quite hitting the 90-degree mark tomorrow, but still pretty hot. But the air is going to be definitely drier. So looking ahead to next 7 days, here you go. It's going to be a great vacation week overall, and this is one of the biggest vacation weeks of the whole year. Many going to be able to get to enjoy the summery weather this week, and it's especially going to be so nice with a lower humidity coming in to give us a little bit of a break for 2 or 3 days. By the end of the week, it gets more humid with a few showers and storms later Thursday and Friday. You can watch WBZ News tonight at 6:30 and 11 o'clock, and also at 8 o'clock, and that newscast would be on My TV 38, and catch all the latest news and weather updates. That's it. Have a great and safe, happy holiday weekend.